Jason Zimmerman joins us today to talk to Emory men's basketball. Coach, it seems last time we talked it was March, but now it's November 14th. Tomorrow you open your season at home against Piedmont.
Yeah, it's amazing how fast it goes to get to the next season some days, and then some days it seems like it takes forever till we can get to play again. And very excited to start with this group when it counts, and excited to tip off tomorrow.
You know, Coach, obviously you got only close to 25 practices, almost under the belt. Talk about how the preseason practice has gone. You know, have you been able to get accomplished what you set out to do?
Yeah, I think so. We have a good group of seniors. You know, 4 seniors that have been through a lot of battles and been through a lot of practices. And you know, with Whitrab and Chris and Donald and Adam, we have 4 guys who have seen a lot of leadership from the guys in the past, and they're willing and able to step into their roles as senior leaders. And so they've done a great job of starting off practice and keeping a pace of practice and the intensity, the competitiveness at a very high level. We do have 7 freshmen this year, which was a little different than in the past. So we have some guys learning drills and just learning how we do things on the practice court. And it's not just offense and defense, it's special teams and rebounding. It's how do we walk on the practice court? What drill is that? What do we do in our shooting drills? How do we do everything involved with our practices? So the seniors and the upperclassmen have done a great job of integrating the 7 freshmen, and we've actually been really happy with the pace of practice through the first 4 weeks.
Over this past weekend, you guys kind of got a glimpse of your team early on. You went up to Lipscomb, played a Division I team, tied at half, tied with 7 minutes to go. Just came up a little short.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it. We put ourselves in position to win a game, you know, the last 8 minutes, last 2 rounds that we like to call them, and we didn't finish as well as we would like. And something that we got to work on. Obviously, it's the first time we've been in a game situation like that where there's people around and you know, you're keeping score and referees are out there. So a lot to learn that way. But I thought we competed very well. I thought there were 2 or 3 times in the game, even in the first half, beginning of the second half, where you know, we could have gone away. We got down 10, got down 8, got down 9, where, you know, they could have pushed it to 14, 15, and we didn't let that happen. We got it back to where manageable. At the 8-minute mark, we were tied. At this, I think the 6:40 mark, we were down 4. Then we attacked the rim and got a bad break, a no call, and they made a 3. We attacked the rim again, got a no call, and then we fouled. So there's that 2 possession stretch there where it was you know, went from 5 to 10. And then we couldn't get our feet back underneath us in the last 5 minutes. But I thought we competed, but there's no moral victory in that, right? I mean, we should compete, right? We should be able to compete at a high level with this group. So we came back and got back to work, and I thought the last 2 practices have been very competitive and intense, and I think we've learned and gotten better.
You know, tomorrow night, Piedmont's coming to town, as you mentioned earlier. I'm not sure how much you've been able to watch them or on any sort of a circumstance, but talk about what Coach Neely's going to bring down here tomorrow.
Greg does a great job with his team, getting them ready, and you know, the last 3 years we've been, you know, it's down to the wire. They beat us 3 years ago, and been a challenge for us, and so he does a great job getting them ready, prepared to play. They've been successful. They have a young team as well, so scouting wise, you know, they have a lot of new guys, so we haven't seen them on film. They're veterans. They have, you know, their leading returner coming back and return scorer. They have some guys that have helped them against us. Some wing and backup point guard is back, and he helps them a lot. So they'll be. I know they scrimmaged North Georgia in a little exhibition, and they competed very, very well against them. So just by the box score that we've seen. So Coach Sullivan has done a good job of putting a plan together for us. We've been working on it for the last couple of days, and we look forward to competing against them.
That's right. Kevin Sullivan, new addition as your assistant after Chris McHugh took the job at Washington and Lee. Finally, with all the new guys, you mentioned 7 new players, freshmen. During the non-conference portion of the season, do you kind of foresee you kind of integrate getting those guys some minutes to see what they might be able to do come conference season?
Sure. Yeah, we're gonna lean on them. Like we expect them to come in and play. Like, you know, maybe not play major minutes, but when we call their numbers, they better be ready to go. And Our veterans know that. Our freshmen know that. When we put you in the court, we expect you to be productive. And through our scrimmage, our exhibition, and then our inter-squad scrimmages, I think the veterans have done a good job of holding the young guys accountable to what's going on. Hey, you got to know what's going on. It's not a build-up, right? Like, we're trying to prepare for the UAA season, but game one is important. And our Piedmont game, we learned that last year. We went to Covenant game one, opening night, and got beat. And I think our seniors know that, our veterans know that, and they've been preparing. And there's no day off. There's no. It's not a day off. There's no day where you can. Hey, we'll get better and we'll get better, and then by January we'll be okay. Like, our seniors don't want to be okay by January. They want to be good right now, and they've done a good job of letting that be known to our guys in practice, our rookies and our freshmen. So I'm excited to see how we come out tomorrow.
All right, Coach. Thanks very much for your time. I'll let you get back to preparation. Good luck tomorrow, and we will see you next week.
Great. Thanks, John.